Right. So very good evening, Lamai. Quickly give me a feedback. Can you all hear me clearly? So what you all can do is, I can see your live chat. You all have to put it to the live meeting chat, right? On YouTube, that you all have to put it to the live meeting chat, whether that you all can hear me properly. So quickly give me a feedback. Can you all hear me properly? So I can read your live chat. So this is a new experience that I wanted to do just after the meeting, that everyone can watch the recording through YouTube, so they don't have to ask for the recording. Am I clear? So that is the reason that I wanted to do this as a live. Tell me, can you all hear me clearly? So there is something called live chat. So through the live chat, please put it to the chat box. Can you all hear me properly? Can you all hear me properly, Raman? Can you all hear me properly, Raman? Quickly put it to the chat box. Can you all hear me properly? Right. Okay. So while the meeting will be there, that you all can chat with me through the live chat. Okay. You all can chat with me through the live chat. Hari. Right. You all can hear me, right? Hari. Super. Okay. Now, Lamai, we'll start the paper discussion. Today that we are going to discuss the Western Province 2024 paper, right? So, Lamai, in this paper, when we are discussing, you will understand there are some mistakes also. There are some mistakes also then and there. But I'll explain you, right? In the 14th question, there's a little bit of mistake, but I'll explain you about the theory behind that. Hari. Answer question number 1 to 5 using the case given below. So this is kind of an easy question, Lamai, where they are giving you a case study in order to read, and then you have to answer through that, right? Okay, Sasindu, who lives in Hikkadua, has obtained a diploma in batik related products. Right, Sasindu, who lives in Hikkadua, has obtained a diploma in batik related products from National Crafts Council to start his own business. Right now, he is getting a diploma in order to get a knowledge about the batik related products. Right, that is how when you are starting a business, that you all can get a academic qualification in order to make sure that you all can do the business properly, right? Though he was not selected for the university education, this Sasindu, even though he was not selected for the university education through the advanced level, he was able to do a diploma and then through that start his own business. He started a business name as Sasindu Batiks, right? His business name is Sasindu Batik, to produce batik related garments with the financial contribution by his father. Father is giving a money for him, but here you must understand, father is not a partner or anything, right? Father is a person who is giving him money in order to do the business, that's it, but father is not a partner. The day-to-day demand and attraction to the batik garments have been increased by the local as well as foreign tourists. Look at here, he is selling the items for the local as well as the foreign tourists. He has the market inside the country and then he has a market outside Sri Lanka, the local as well as the foreign tourist. Question number 1. What is the basic human need fulfilled by Sasindu Batik, right? What is the basic human need fulfilled by Sasindu Batik, right? You have to understand he is fulfilling the clothing needs of the people. Not food, not security, or not entertainment. He is fulfilling the clothing need of the business. Therefore, for the first question, answer is answer number 2, clothing. What is the factor of production? What is the factor of production that the batik fabric is used to produce the garments? Now, Lamai, in producing clothes, the fabric comes under what? Now, there are 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Out of that, the cloth, which is the fabric which is used to produce the cloth, that comes under the capital. That comes under the capital, not the labor. Therefore, for the second question, answer is answer number 3. The business organization of Sasindu Batik, which is classified based on the ownership. I told you here, even though the father gives some money, you must understand this is a one-man show. He is the one who is running the business. This is a sole proprietorship. Therefore, for the third question, answer is answer number 2, sole proprietorship. What is the internal environmental factor of Sasindu Batik? When it comes to the business environment, we can divide the business environment into 2: internal environment, external environment. Here, foreign tourists are related to the external environment. Why? They are the customers. Father of Sasindu, here we don't take him as a factor because he is just a party who provided the capital, right? Without expecting anything. Since Sasindu's father is his son, right? Therefore, he gave money, that's it. Local tourists are also the customers. Foreign tourists and local tourists are customers, but Sasindu is the owner here. Therefore, you have to understand Sasindu is the owner here. Sasindu is the owner here. Therefore, Sasindu belongs to the internal environmental factor. Sasindu belongs to the internal environmental factor. So if you have any doubts, Lamai, that you all can put the doubts to the chat box so I can see your doubts so I can answer, right? If you have any doubts, that you can put it to the chat box, right? Hari. Question number 5. Sasindu Batik should be registered under Companies Act. No. If you are starting a company, the company has to be incorporated under Companies Act number 7 of 2007, right? Prevention of Fraud Ordinance is all about the partnership. Partnership Ordinance of 1890 is also about the partnership. But Business Name Ordinance number 6 of 1918, yes, through this you can register your business. Therefore, for the 5th question, answer is answer number 2. For the 5th question, answer is answer number 2, right? Therefore, those who understood, quickly put in the chat box, did you all understand? Through the live chat that you all can chat with me, tell me, did you all understand this? Is this 100% clear? Right, super. Right, everyone understood. Perfect. But I can't read the names because, right, since this is YouTube, sometimes the names are different, right? But I can see that you all put understood. Hari, perfect. Now, Lamai, we'll go to the sixth one. We'll go to the sixth one. Kalindu is carrying out a business of photography, studying in higher diploma in photography. Am I clear? Now, Lamai, if you want to do a business, if you are getting an academic qualification just before that, right? What do you mean by that? Now, you want to become a photographer. In order to become a photographer, that you are studying something about photography. Right now, you want to become a teacher, that you are studying about the relevant subject. Right? That's a strength. No one can question you. Am I clear? If you do the business without the relevant idea, anyone can question, right? How you do the business because you don't have that idea. Therefore, even though you want to become a businessman, make sure that you all do something, study, right, academically relevant to that field. That is what you call as a strength. Am I clear? In order to do a business, if you have a knowledge in that area, that means that you have a strength. Am I clear? It is a internal positive advantage if you have studied about that relevant field. Therefore, for the sixth question, answer has to be answer number 1. For the sixth question, answer is answer number 1. Hari, right. An advantage as well as the characteristic of cooperative societies. Advantage as well as a characteristic. Advantage as well as a characteristic. Not only advantage or not only characteristics. Here they are asking you advantage as well as a characteristic. When you go to your book, Lama, you will understand this democratic control, it's a characteristic of a cooperative society. What do you mean by democratic control? Decisions are taken based on the majority votes. What do you mean by democratic control? Decisions are taken based on the majority votes. Am I clear? In the cooperative society, if there are 10 people, am I clear? Everyone have bought equal value of the share. Therefore, for a proposal, if 6 people raise their hand saying yes, then that proposal will get accepted. Therefore, what is democratic control? This is based on the majority. Power for the majority. Therefore, write down power for the majority. Power for the majority. Power for the majority. Am I clear? This power for the majority can be seen as a characteristic in a cooperative society, as well as this is the advantage in a cooperative society. Therefore, for the seventh question, the answer has to be answer number 2. For the seventh question, answer has to be answer number 2. Okay, right. Now let's move into the 8th question. But before that, if you have any doubts that you can ask from me. If you have any doubts, Lamai, that you all can put it to the chat box. But then no any doubts, no? We'll move forward. Right. The 8th question, what is the correct answer for the numbers are printed respectively on the magnetic ink character recognition space, MICR space of a check, right? In a check, the below line, there is something called MICR, magnetic ink character recognition space. Under the rules of a check, you can't write down anything on that space, right? You have to leave it blank. So in that, the first order is the check number, then the relevant bank number, branch number, and the bank account number. Therefore, for the 8th question, answer has to be answer number 4. For the 8th question, answer has to be answer number 4. Right? Okay. 9th question, which of the following is not an importance of the service related to the electronic cash? Now, Lamai, Minimizing the risk is a feature of electronic cash. It's an advantage. Why? Now your mother gives you 100,000 and asks you to deposit it to the bank. But there's a risk, no, Lamai. When you carry the money, something can happen to the money and you can lose the money. Therefore, there's a risk. Am I clear? Therefore, rather than doing that, if she asks you to transfer it online, you can correctly give the details and you can transfer it within less than 1 minute. You can enter the account number and you can transfer it. Therefore, when it comes to electronic cash, one main advantage is minimizing the risk. Number two, Lamai, instantaneity. Instantaneity means what, Lamai? Right? You can do the transactions quickly. It will save you the time, any time of the day. So likewise, no risk of data being destroyed. Right? No risk of data being destroyed. No risk of data being destroyed. Now you get a PDF, Lamai. Am I clear? When you do a transaction, so that PDF that you can keep it as a evidence. Which of the following is not an importance of the service? Incurring an extra cost is not an importance of the service, right? When you do a transaction, there is a cost for that. Am I clear? Now let's say that you are using a credit card, you fail to pay back the amount during that time period, then you have to pay an interest. Therefore, incurring an extra cost is a disadvantage. It's a disadvantage when it comes to the electronic cash. So one person can argue the fourth one is also disadvantage, but in an MCQ, you know that we have to find the most suitable answer. Therefore, here the most suitable answer is answer number 1. Am I clear? Which of the following statement is an example for the wholesale trade? Now, trade we can divide into two. One is retail trade, one is the wholesale trade. What is retail? You are purchasing it for your final consumption. Am I clear? Now look at here, purchasing vegetables for the consumption. Retail trade, purchasing 50 buns. So the students will consume the 50 buns who are there in the sport meal. That is, Lamai, always, right, for the consumption. You are purchasing for the consumption. It's a retail trade. Am I clear? You are purchasing, now you are having a small shop. You are purchasing 5 kilograms of paddy from a very big wholesaler. Am I clear? Purchasing 5 kilograms of paddy from a paddy store. You are purchasing from a wholesaler. So when you are purchasing 5 kilograms of paddy, what is your main idea, target? You are purchasing in order to sell back. You are purchasing in order to sell back. Then, Lamai, it is a wholesale trade. Therefore, for the 10th question, answer has to be answer number 2, which is purchasing 5 kilograms of paddy. It's a wholesale trade. Am I clear? The insurer. Insured means, Lamai, the person who is getting the insurance coverage. Insurer means the party who provides the insurance coverage. There are so many insurance companies in Sri Lanka. Janashakti Insurance. So likewise, for the 11th question, answer is answer number 2. Right? 11th question, answer is answer number 2. So mark up to here and tell me if there is any doubt, or if you understood, put yes that you understood. Because you all know, Lama, in a Zoom class that I always ask from you, did you all understand? Did you all understand? So here, it's a new thing, but yes, tell me, did you all understand? Right, perfect. Correct. Now, Lamai, let's move into the second question, 12th question. Communication process can be explained by the diagram given below. Sender, second one is the message. Sender, message, medium, receiver, and his response, which is the reaction, right? Response, and then the feedback. Answer is messenger, receiver, reaction, answer number 4. Messenger, receiver, reaction, answer number 4. Right? 13 question, they are asking you to underline the medium. Mediums mean the type of vehicles that they use. Under the elements of transportation, Lamai, you are having 4 elements: way, mode, power, and the terminal. Way means the highway, railway, waterway, airway, those things. When it comes to the medium, the vehicles, right? Bus, lorry, car, van, anything, right? And then the power means Lamai, the diesel, petrol, aviation fuel, something like that. Terminal mean where it stops, right? Terminal mean where it stops, which is the bus stand, railway station, airport, harbor. Hurry. Now my medium answer is answer number 2. Buses, train, ships, aeroplanes. Buses, train, ships, aeroplanes. Answer number 2. Students of Raddolugama Central College plan to conduct a Commerce Day. They hope to follow the several steps for that process are given below. Here, Lamai, there is no question. Right? Look at here, appointment the committee, naming of the leaders. Is there any question here? Tell me. Is there any question here? Is there any question here? Put yes or no. Right? Quickly put in the chat box. Is there any question here? Is there any question here, Lamai? That's the problem. Okay, that is why right before this paper also that I told for my students, when it comes to the Western Province paper, sometimes there are mistakes like this, sometimes there are mistakes like this. Am I clear? Because the people who are making the paper, right, mainly the problem is with their commitment and the dedication towards this. Am I clear? Some of the people make this paper, am I, but they don't have any motivation, right? They don't have any motivation to make the paper properly. That's the problem. Am I clear? Anyways, we'll move to the next one. 15 question also, Lamai. All of these are marketing mix. Price, place, product, promotion, all of these are marketing mix. Therefore, the 15 question also, there is no answer. So it is like all. 16 question, right? So how many of you all did this paper? That means how many of you all did this paper already? People who tried this paper, put it to the chat box. People who tried this paper. People who tried this paper earlier. Those who tried this, did you all try this paper? Did you all try this, Laman? Did you all try this paper? No, no. People who tried this, put that you all tried this. This was our mock paper, sir. All right, mock paper at school. Yes, sir, did in school. Right. Okay. Right. Anyways, Lamai, there are some mistakes in the paper, and I'll show you another mistake in the 35th question. You can't get an answer. I'll show you. Hurry. Okay. Fine. Right. A factor to be considered when selecting an appropriate investment method. A factor, right? You have to consider the reason from the investment, a more suitable answer, answer number 2. Main objective of the accounting. What do you mean by accounting, Lamai? Definition itself says that accounting means it's all about providing information for the interested parties for decision making. Am I clear? So you are preparing the financial reports, but the main target is, Lamai, right? The main target is to provide information to the stakeholders for decision making, to provide information to the stakeholders for decision making, right? What is the relevant type of accounts that increase credit and decrease debit? Now look at here, Lamai, there is no answer for this also. No. Increase credit, expense increase, and decrease the debit. Look at here. Expense increase means debit. Income decreases means what lamai? Debit. That is fine, right? Expense increase debit, right? When expense increase, it is debit. When income decrease, it is debit. Okay. Number 2, when equity increase, it is credit. When expense decrease, also it is credit, right? When liability increase, it is credit. When assets decrease, it is credit. Okay. When income increase, it is credit. When expense decrease, it is credit. Tell me, is there any answer here? Can we get an answer here? Tell me. Can we get an answer here? What do you all think? Can we get an answer, Lamai? Right? Increase the credit, decrease debit. In that way, can we get an answer? No, no. That's the problem. That's the problem. Hurry. Anyways, let's move into the next question then. Hurry. No any option. Okay. Next question, question number 19. Right? Question number 19. Obtain a bank loan of 50,000. Okay. Sold stock 20,000 on credit and the cost of the stock was 15,000. That means there's a 5,000 of profit. Purchase equipment 10,000. Okay. Paid electricity bill for September 3,000. Okay. The transaction that affects to the increase of the liability. Now, Lamai, increase of the liability means when you get a bank loan, right? When you get a bank loan, what will happen? When you get a bank loan, what will happen? If you get a bank loan, Lamai, right, the liability is going to get increased. Therefore, for the 19th question, right, tell me what is the answer? Answer A. For the 19th question, answer is answer A. 19th question, answer is answer A. 20th question. Change of the equity as at 31st 10 2024. Now let's put this into the accounting equation, right? Now I will share the whiteboard with you all. Now let's write down the accounting equation. Now let's write down the accounting equation. Okay. Hurry. What is the accounting equation? Assets equals to equity plus liabilities. Assets equal to equities plus liabilities. Okay. Obtaining a loan of 50,000. How do you adjust? Obtaining a bank loan of 50,000. How do you adjust, Lamai? Assets plus 50,000. Okay. And then the liabilities plus 50,000. Assets plus 50,000. And then the liabilities plus 50,000. Okay. Assets plus 50,000. And then the liabilities plus 50,000. Right. Then go to the second one. What is the second transaction? What is the second transaction? If you look at here, sold stock of 20,000 on credit, cost was 15,000. Now, Lamai, the cost of the stock was 15,000. Okay. Therefore, minus 15,000 is stocks. You are selling it on credit for 20,000, which means there is a profit. Now you are selling it for debtors, no? Therefore, there is a profit of 5,000. Am I clear? Therefore, from the second transaction, there is an impact of 5,000. Right. Now, the third adjustment, purchased equipment of 10,000 on cash plus 10,000 inside the brackets equipment minus 10,000 cash. Finally, there is no any impact. Fourth question, paid electricity bill 3,000 minus 3,000 asset, which is the cash, and then equity minus 3,000. Therefore, what is the impact for the equity? Impact for the equity is lamai 2,000. Am I clear? Therefore, change of equity was equity increased by 2,000 at the end. Equity increased by 2,000 at the end. What is the cash balance, right? 50,000, 50,000. This is a cash. No? Therefore, 50,000 minus 10, which is 40, 40 minus 3, which is the 37. Therefore, for the 21st question, answer is answer number 4. For the 21st question, answer is answer number 4. Now we'll move into the paper. Okay. Therefore, for the second question, answer is answer number 4. And then for the 21st question, answer is answer number 4. Right? Change of equity 2,000, cash balance, which is the 37,000 at the end. Now tell me, did you all understand up to this? If there is any doubt in this part, just let me know. If you have any doubts in this part, just let me know. Clear, perfect. Right, understood perfectly, no? Right. Now let's move into the 21st question. Cash balance as at 31st of October 2024. That is we did, no? That we did, right. Which of the following statement shows the correct accounting equation? Simply, no, assets equal to equity plus liabilities. Assets equals to equity plus liability. Now, how did you feel when doing this paper at school, or if you have done this already, how did you feel like when doing this paper? Is it easy than the past paper, or is it difficult than a past paper? What is your idea on that? Right. Others also give their feedbacks. Others also quickly put in the chat box. Right. Okay. It was easy. Easy. Yes. Right. So it's not into O-level standard, Lamai. That's the problem. Am I clear? It's not to the O-level standard. It's not to the O-level standard. Right. Right. Now we'll do this. The 23rd question. Following are some prime entry books and source documents of the business. Following are some of the prime entry books and the source documents of the business. Cash book connected to the, receipt, purchase journal, purchase invoice, general journal, journal voucher, petty cash book, petty cash payment voucher. Therefore, C, D, A, and B. Answer number 3. Answer number 3. Select the correct statement from the following. Select the correct statement from the following, right? Okay. The discounts can be classified as trade discount and cash discount when the transaction is occurred. Yes, that is correct. There are two type of discount, trade discount and cash discount. Trade discount means lamai out of the listed price a discount is being given. Cash discount means right from the right cash discount means from the amount that the debtor or creditor should right. Which question that didn't you all understand? Which question? CR7 and then self-learning 01. Which question? Last one. 23. 23rd question. Right? Put the question number so I can answer. Put the question number so I can answer. So can you please explain it again? Okay, I'll explain. Tell me which question number. 22nd or 23rd? 22nd or 23rd? Put the question number. Put the question number. 23rd. I'll have to put the question number. If not, I don't know which question that you are asking from me. All right. Put the question number. 23rd one is cash book. The source document is the receipt. Purchase journal. Source document is purchase invoice. General journal. Source document is journal voucher. Petty cash book. The 20th question did not understand, right? 20th question did not understand. King CR7 that I explained it in the board. I think that you missed it, right? Make sure that you watch the recording, okay? Because here it is easy. When you sold this stock for 20,000, which is worth of 15,000, then there's a 5,000 profit. No, finally, 5,000 profit will increase the equity. And then the D transaction will decrease the equity because you pay the electricity bill, right? 5,000 increase the equity, transaction D decrease the equity by 3,000. So increase and decrease, which is finally equity will increase by 2,000. Am I clear? Equity will increase by 2,000. That is the theory, but make sure that you watch the same thing once again. Hurry. The discounts can be classified as trade discount and the cash discount. Yes, discount allowed and the discount received are relevant to the cash discounts only. No, Lamai, because discount allowed can even be under trade discount, right? When you are selling for a person, when you are selling item, you from the list price you can give a particular discount, right? Therefore, it is discount allowed. And when you are buying from a person from the listed price, there can be a discount, which is discount received. That is the most suitable answer. Okay, see, cash discounts are accorded according to the double entry rule. Yes, right? Discount allowed means lamai discount allowed debit, debtors credit. Discount received means discount received credit, creditor debit. Double entry system is being followed, right? In accounting, cash discounts are recorded in the memorandum columns. Yes, memorandum columns mean lamai in the cash book, date, description, then thereafter there is something called discount column. It's a memorandum column, therefore it is D, A, C and D. Answer is A, C and D. Answer is A, C and D. Okay. All right. 25th question lamai. Petty cash interest should be always reimbursed. In the book also, go and check it. It is being mentioned, not at the end of the each month. It mentions that before the petty cash interest is over, petty cashier should request the money from the main cashier. Before the petty cash interest is over, petty cashier should ask the money from the main cashier. Therefore, answer is answer number 2. Before the petty cash interest is over. Before the petty cash interest is over. Correct? Therefore, the 25th question answer is answer number 2. So far, is it okay, Ramai? So far, is that okay? So far, did you all understand? No any doubts, right? Up to question number 25. Super, excellent. right? Then the 26th question. 26th question. Bank overdraft to a business. Bank overdraft means lamai, it's a temporary kind of a loan facility. When you write check exceeding the amount that you are having as a balance, that the bank will pay and later that you have to repay it to the bank, that's a current liability. Current liability. 27th question. The correct double entry to record the dishonored deposited check. Dishonored deposited check. Right. Now, Lamai, we will understand the theory behind what do you mean by deposited dishonored. Right. What do you mean by deposited dishonored? Right. It is like this, Lamai. When you get a check, when a check is deposited, what is the double entry? When a check is deposited, bank account debit, right? Debtors account credit. Bank account debit, debtors account credit. Now the check which is deposited becomes dishonored. From the bank, they inform that, so look at here, the check which is deposited got dishonored. Therefore, when a check is dishonored, the double entry is lamai. The double entry is opposite of this. The double entry is opposite of this. Double entry is the opposite of this. What is the opposite, Lamai? Debtors account debit, right? Bank account credit. The same double entry, the opposite, bank account credit. Okay. Now write down this in your writing book or in the paper or in any paper or somewhere. Yes. Not writing, put down. Now, some of you all have asked about the 20th question. Make sure that you all go through the recording and watch it. Okay. You see, it is not a very difficult question that I have explained it on the accounting equation. Make sure that you all go through the recording and watch it. Hari? Right. The correct double entry to record the dishonored deposited check. Right. Bank account credit, debtors account debit. 27 answer is answer number 1. 27 answer is answer number 1. Okay. Hari. 28 question. Which of the following transaction is recorded in the general journal? Received 5,000 from a debtor. Where do you record, Lama? You record it in the cash book. Purchase stocks on the credit basis. Where you record it? It under the purchase journal. Okay. Purchase the machine on credit. Yes, you record it in the general journal. General journal. Right. Sold goods to Kamal and the cost of the goods. Tell me, where do you record this? Can you all give me the answer? Where you all record this? Right? Can you all give me the answer? Where do you all record this? Where do you all record this? Which is selling goods to Kamal and the cost is 20,000. Where do you record this? Where do you record? Put in the chat box. Right? Selling goods to Kamal and the cost is 20,000. You record it in the cash book. Therefore, answer is answer number 3. Answer is answer number 3. Cash book, very good. A telebank service offered by the banks to a businessman. Telebank means Lamai using the telephone, which is transferring the cash from one account to another. Right? Now look at here, Lamai. This question is little bit wrong, right? It's a not a correct question because here the telebank service and the second, third, and fourth all says about the advantages. Am I clear? Now the problem is with the standard of the paper, Lamai. Correct? Right. The correct statement related to the trial balance. What is the correct statement? Trial balance is a ledger account with debit and credit side. No. The list which is prepared at the end of the period, yes, by including all the debits and the credits, yes. Finally, the debits credits we are getting from the ledger accounts, we go and put it on the trial balance. Therefore, for the 30th question, answer is answer number 2. Total of debit column is always tallied with the total of credit column. No, when there is any error, right, it will not tally every time. There is no any rule. If it does not get tallied, Lamai, that the meaning is there's a mistake. Trial balance is prepared according to double entry rule. Yes, right, debit and the credit, it is being prepared by following the double entry rule. Omitting of sales invoice of 40,000. Omitting of sales invoice of 40,000. This happens, Lamai, when you don't record a transaction in the prime entry book. Answer is answer number 1. Answer is answer number 1. Right? Okay. Now look at here, Lamai. Look at the question properly. Read the question first. What is the relevant journal entry to rectify the error occurred that the cash sale of 50,000 was correctly recorded to the cash book? Now, when you are recording a cash sale, Lamai, how do you record? Cash debit, sales credit. Cash is being recorded properly. Am I clear? Cash is being recorded properly. But the problem is with the sales account. Sales account has been recorded as 35,000. Sales account has to be recorded as 53. It has been recorded as 35, which means there is a under omission, which means there is a underwriting. 18,000 gap is there. Am I clear? It has to be 53,000. Only 35,000 is being recorded. That means sales has to get credited by another 18,000. Did you all understand? Sales has to be credited by another 18,000. Cash is being properly recorded. Therefore, if there is no any other account, the only option is suspense. Suspense debit 18,000. Therefore, for the 32nd question, answer is answer number 3. Answer is answer number 3. Okay. Because cash is correctly recorded, problem is with the sales account. We have credited another 18,000, then suspense debited 18,000. Okay, write down this. And if you understood this, put yes that you understood. Only one student is giving the feedbacks properly. Others also make sure that you all put your question or any feedback to the chat box. Right. Okay. Now, Lamai, understand this question properly. Understand this question properly. Alright. 33rd question, 33. Following information is related to the Minimuthu Sports Club. Right? Minimuthu Sports Club. Membership fees for the year 2024. Number of members at the beginning is Lamai 150. At the beginning, number of members is 150. Monthly subscription is 100, which means then what is the yearly subscription? You have to understand these informations also. What is the yearly subscription, Lamai? The yearly subscription is rupees. Is the yearly subscription rupees 1200. Am I clear? 1200. Monthly subscription 100, yearly subscription 1200. Okay. 20 new members were admitted. Now with this 150, another 20 is being admitted. Therefore, now we are having 170. Okay. We have to calculate the income. Now we have 170. And at the same time, at the beginning, 5 members were resigned. 5 members were left. They left the organization, which means minus 5. Now, how many members we have to calculate the income? We have only 165 members. Okay, you have to understand that. Another information is there. Further 3 members did not pay their subscription for the last 3 months. For the last 3 months, mean Lamai, November, October, November, December, they did not pay. But that is not a relevant information in order to calculate the income. Now, what is the income to be stated in the income statement, Lamai? When it comes to the income, we don't care whether we got the money or not. Am I clear? We only consider the amount relevant to the year. Now, in order to find that, this 165 members, we have to multiply by 1200. 165, we have to multiply by 1200. Then what is the answer that we are getting, Lamai? The answer that we are getting is 198,000. 198,000. So just multiply 160 by 12, 10, 13, 2, 5, 6, 1. Therefore, yes, 198, right? 198, 000. Answer is answer number 2. For the third question, answer is answer number 2. Okay. 33 answer is answer number 2. 165 into 12. Subscription amount arrears. Look at here. In order to find the arrears, 3 months. No. Therefore, 100 into 3, 300. Am I clear? One person has to pay 300. His one person's arrears is 300. Am I clear? Then 3 members are the one who did not pay their subscription. If one person's arrears is 300, 3 persons arrears, which is rupees 900, answer is answer number 2. 33rd question, answer is answer number 2. 34th question, answer is answer number 2. Okay, right. How many of you all understood this? I want everyone to answer. I want everyone to answer this. Understood. Perfect. Right. Now, Lamai, shall we do the right? Shall we do the next question, which is the financial statement question? In the financial statement question, there's a one, right? There's one important adjustment, correction that you have to do. Machinery at cost is not 80,000. Machinery at cost is 800,000, right? Correct this as 800,000. If not, you can't do this question. Correct this as 800,000. Okay. Correct this as 800,000. Correct this as 800,000. Okay, right. Now, shall we do this question? Okay. Now, rather than doing the entire, yes, we'll do the entire question. We'll draw the financial statements. Sorry. Right. Now, Lamai, I'll draw the financial statement. Draw this with me. Right. Now, Lamai, first we'll do the income statement. First, we'll do the income statement. I'll draw only 2 lines, okay? Not to the very correct format in order to explain this easily. This is my financial statement, which is income statement. I'll not draw the correct format, but you can understand it. Hurry. Right. Income statement. Then the next one is the statement of financial position. 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 Right. Under income statement, write down sales, then cost of sales. Under cost of sales, opening stock plus purchases. Under that, closing stock. Then the gross profit. And then Lamai plus other income, if there is any other income. And we'll put all the expense together and then we will classify it. Because I don't have enough space here. Other expense. Right. Under the statement of financial position, non-current asset, I'll write down NCA, non-current asset. For the non-current asset, I'll write down NCA. Okay. And then the current asset, CA, and then the equity. Okay. Under equity, opening capital plus profit, which is the net profit. Profit we have calculated, we have to write down here. And then there's no drawings in this question. Then the non-current liability, NCL, then the current liability. Okay, right. Now draw this format. I'll give you 1 minute. Quickly draw this format. Draw this format. Draw this format, Lamai. Right? Draw this format. Right. Now let's do this question. Now when doing this question, you have to refer the paper. Okay. I'm not going to show you the paper, so you have to refer the paper. Now look at here. we have to start the question with the additional information. Okay, we have to start the question with the additional information. Stock cash 31st of December 2023, which is the closing stock, is 25,000. Therefore, under closing stocks, write down lamai 25,000. Closing stock is 25,000. So closing stock, you have to record it in the income statement. Then under current asset also, you have to write down closing stock 25,000. Okay, right. First adjustment. Additional information number one. Additional information number one, we have to record it. Then the accrued electricity expense 2,000. Accrued means we have to pay. Now go and check the trial balance. In the trial balance, there is an electricity bill of 10,000, which means 10,000 we have paid. In the trial balance, it mentions the paid value 10,000. Another 2,000 we have to pay. Therefore, totally, what is the electricity expense, Lamai? Totally 10,000 plus 2,000 we have to pay. It is 12,000. And then you have to understand accrued electricity. We have to write it in the current liability. Therefore, how much is the accrued electricity? Accrued electricity is 2,000. Am I clear? Accrued electricity is 2,000. Then machinery is depreciated at 10% per annum. Now I told you to correct the machinery value. Machinery is 800,000. 10% means Lamai, how much is the depreciation? How much is the machinery depreciation? How much is the machinery depreciation? Which is 80,000. 800 into 10%, 80,000. Now, what is the value of the machinery? 800,000 is the value earlier. Now, 80,000 has been depreciated, which means now the value of the machinery is 800,000 minus 80,000. The value of the machinery is 720,000. Therefore, what is the value of the machinery? It is 720,000. Okay, right. Then additional information is done. Purchases, go and write down 300,000. Then the sales 500,000. Then the opening stock 60,000. We'll write down here. Right? Make sure that you put the zeros properly. Electricity we have already recorded. Debtors 50,000. Debtors we have to write down here. Debtors 50,000. Okay. Then the creditors 30,000. Creditors 30,000. 30,000. Machinery we have recorded. Look at my bank loan. Right? Bank loan 10% bank loan. Bank loan is 200,000, which is non-current liability. Bank loan is 200,000. 10% means what, Lamai? Out of this 200, 10% is the interest. Out of 200, 10% means, Lamai, 20,000. Therefore, what is the loan interest? The loan interest is 20,000. The loan interest is 20,000. But out of that 20,000, how much we have paid? Check the under advertising. We have paid only 10,000. We have to pay 20,000, but we have paid only 10,000, which means there is a accrued loan interest. We have to pay it. Accrued loan interest of 10,000. There is accrued loan interest of 10,000. Okay, which means bank loan 200,000, right? Out of that 10% means 20,000, but we have paid only 10,000. Which means we have another 10,000 to be paid. Be paid means accrued. Okay, right. Rent income 20,000. That's an income. One and only income in this question. Rent income, how much, Lamai? 20,000. We have to write down here. Advertising 5,000. Advertising is a distribution expense. Advertising 5,000. Okay. And then telephone charges 15,000. It's a administration expense. Telephone charges 15,000. Now capital, they have given the opening capital 500,000. Opening capital is 500,000. Okay. Now put these values. Now put these values. Now tell me, did you all understand the method of writing these values? Did you all understand the method of writing these values? Is this 100% clear? Right? How did you write the values? Did you all understand? Is this 100% clear? Did you all understand the way of writing the values? Do the final answer. Opening stock 60,000 plus 300,000, 360 minus 25 lamai, which is minus 335, minus 335. Okay, 500 minus 335, which is 165,000. Therefore, what is the gross profit? The gross profit is 165,000. Okay, with this you add another 20,000, you will get 185,000. From this 185, you have to deduct all this. 80 plus 12, 92, right? 92 plus 5, 97. 97 plus 20, 117, right? 117 plus 15, 132. 132. Okay. So at this 20, 40, 120, 132. 185 plus, right? Minus 132. You will be getting an answer. 53 is the profit. 53 is the profit. Am I clear? 165 is the gross profit. 53,000 is the profit. Therefore, you write down the 53,000 here. 53,000 here. Okay. Therefore, now at the asset side and the liability side. Machinery 720. Okay. Closing asset, sorry, current asset 75,000. Then how much that you will get? 795. 795,000. Okay. Equity 500 plus 53, 553. Another 200 of non-current liability, 200,000. Then current liability of 42,000. Again, you will be getting 795,000. Therefore, current asset total, sorry, assets total is also 795. Liability total is also 795. Am I clear? 553 plus 200,000 plus 42,000, you'll be getting 795. Now tell me, Lamai. Right. Okay. Now, when you all were doing this question, did you all balance this? When you all were doing this question, did you all balance this? When you all were doing this question, did you all balance? When you all were doing this question, did you all balance? And tell me, did you all understand? I want the feedback from everyone. Okay. After explaining to this level, I want all of you to answer me. What about others? Right. Now we'll put the final values. We'll put the final values in the uh, answer sheet. Hurry. Now look at here. The cost of the goods presented for sales. What is the cost of the good? 335,000. What is the gross profit? I told you 165,000. Then what is the total administrative expense? Right? What are the administrative expense? So let's go and check the list. What are the administrative expense over here? Yes. Electricity 12,000 is an administrative expense. Machine depreciation 80 is an administrative expense. 92, right? Loan interest is not an administrative, it is finance. Advertising is distribution, right? Telephone charge is an administrative expense. Therefore, 80 plus 12, 92, 92 to 97, which is the 107. 107 is the administrative expense. 107 is the administrative expense. 107 is the administrative expense. 107. Carrying value of the non-current asset. Earlier, the machine value was 800, then 80,000 was depreciated, 720. Equity of the business. What is the equity of the business at last? I told you 500 opening capital plus 53 profit, 553. Am I clear? 35 answer is answer number 3, 36 answer 2, 37 answer is 107, 38 answer 2, 39 answer 2, 40 answer 3. So mark these. With this, we have completed the entire 40 MCQs of this paper. Am I clear? So in some of the questions you understood there are no answers, and some of the questions there are like the most suitable one is not there. And in the 35 to 40, I told you to change the non-current asset to 800,000. Am I clear? That's it, Lamai. With this, we are going to wind up the today's session. So the recording is there on the YouTube itself because this is a live meeting. We'll end up the session with this. Hope you all understood the session. Give me a small feedback, Lamai. How was the today's class, and did you all understand everything perfectly, clearly, well? And yes, how was the today's session? Right? Give me a feedback. How was the today's session? Right? Give me a feedback. How was the today's session? Give me a feedback, Lamai. How was the today's session? Give me a honest feedback. How was the today's session, and did you all understand everything perfectly, clearly, well, before winding up the today's session? Make sure that you drop a comment for this video, which is our live recording, right? Under the live recording that you can comment on did you all understand and how was the class. It was so useful and understood well, sir. Thank you so much. Most welcome. Perfect. Thank you very much. Perfect. Right. With this, we are going to wind up the today's session. And yes, thanks for joining.